of the deep blue sea, sea, sea. A sailor went to chop, chop, chop to see what he could chop, chop, chop. But all that he could chop, chop, chop was the bottom of the deep blue chop, chop, chop. A sailor went to Nee, to see what he could nee. But all that he could nee was the bottom of the deep blue nee. A sailor went to see chop meat to see what he could. 10 green bottles hanging on a wall. 10 green bottles hanging on a wall. And if one green bottle should accidentally fall, there'll be 9 green bottles hanging on a wall. 9 green bottles hanging on a wall. 9 green bottles hanging on a wall. And if one green bottle should accidentally fall, there'll be 8 green bottles hanging on a wall. 8 green bottles hanging on a wall. 8 green bottles hanging on a wall. And if one green bottle should accidentally fall, there'll be 7 green bottles hanging on a wall. 7 green bottles hanging on a wall. 7 green bottles hanging on a wall. And if one green bottle should accidentally fall, there'll be 6 green bottles hanging on a wall. 6 green bottles hanging on a wall. 6 green bottles hanging on a wall. And if one green bottle should accidentally fall, there'll be 5 green bottles hanging on a wall. 5 green bottles hanging on a wall. 5 green bottles hanging on a wall. And if one green bottle should accidentally fall, there'll be 4 green bottles hanging on a wall. 4 green bottles hanging on a wall. 4 green bottles hanging on a wall. And if one green bottle should accidentally fall, there'll be 3 green bottles hanging on a wall.
Go to sleep, my baby. Close your pretty eyes. Angels up above you, peering at you dearly from the skies. Great big moons are shining, stars begin to peep. Time for little dreamy babies to go to sleep. Time for dreamy babes to go to sleep.
The Wolf and the Three Little Pigs. This is the tale of the 3 little pigs. These pigs were brothers and lived in a sty with their mother. As they grew up, the sty became too small for them all to live together, so the time had come for them to find a home of their own. One by one, they went off in search of somewhere to build their houses. The first little pig was looking for a nice spot when he met a man carrying a bale of straw.
Straw? Nice and light and warm. Keeps the rain out in a storm.
This little pig was a tiny